Good things really do come in small packages, and that happens to be doubly true for Zhiyun's new tiny LED light that somehow manages to be twice as powerful as other similarly sized lights. It's also quickly becoming one of my favorite video lights of all time. Let's talk about it. So I've been preaching for a while now about how useful small video lights like this are. They're so convenient and so compact, you can pack them with you no matter how light you're trying to run your setup, and because many of these lights have built-in magnets, it's very easy to just find places to stick them without needing a light stand. And for me, this pairs really well with my workflow and the way that I like to shoot videos and films, which is very scrappy and run and gun. Small lights like this Fiveray M20 from Zhiyun manages to fit really well with that run and gun kind of workflow. Just last week, while working on my feature film project, I used a couple similar lights to these to stick them underneath the hood of a car and underneath a car to light up our actors' faces as they were working on it. There's so much versatility when it comes to owning a light like this. First of all, they're so small, so you're more likely to pack them and bring them with you. And second of all, because they're small, you can easily hide them in various places that might just barely be out of frame. And furthermore, because they're magnetic, you can just stick them anywhere without need of a light stand. What makes this Zhiyun Fiveray light so unique though are the modifiers. As you can see here, we've got our barn door accessory, which helps you kind of shape and cut the light in various ways. But what's great is there's magnets to take these accessories off. So swapping them, taking them off, or just using different combinations of modifiers for this light is extremely easy to work with. You can take the honeycomb accessory off, and then you're left with the diffusion. And here's the light, pretty much bare bones. Furthermore, if you wanted an even smaller form factor, there's a locking mechanism right here on the back. This flips up, and you can pull out the actual LED light itself in its smallest form factor. As you can see on the back, we have a pretty high capacity battery. This will last you 40 minutes at maximum capacity, which is a pretty good amount of battery life. And then there's USB-C charging on the top to quickly get this juiced up to shoot some more. Now, I wouldn't recommend using this light in this form factor. The reason being there are no attachments to attach it to any light stands, and there are no magnets built into this light fixture itself. The magnets are actually built into this cage accessory that the light fits into. And so for my use case, I'll pretty much always leave this on the light. And this is also what you need in order to attach the modifier accessories such as the diffusion. You can buy this LED with or without the accessories, but like I said, the modifiers really are what set this light apart from the competition. And honestly, I would only recommend buying this light if you're going to go for the modifiers as well. Without them, you still get a very high output, small, compact LED light, but I find that this gives you so much versatility to direct the light and really shape it however you need. Another thing to note is that most light panels that are kind of like this, although most of them are a little bit bigger, like your classic 1x1 light panel, sometimes they come with these barn door accessories, but the problem with them is you really don't want to use them very much. And the reason is because each LED within the light casts its own shadow. So when you cut the light like this, you get really weird shapes on the walls where the barn door is essentially flagging some LEDs, but not other LEDs. And there's this awkward gradient that you see when using barn doors like these with most LED lights. However, what makes this light so powerful is because the surface of this LED is already kind of frosted. And when you compare it with the diffusion modifier, it really does act as one singular source of light. So that means that when you flag it with an accessory like these barn doors here, you can flag it and shape it however you want without any weird shapes or anything like that. Of course, if you wanted to save some money, you can buy this light without the modifiers, and you're still getting a very powerful LED light that operates at 20 watts. It has a peak luminance of 1,950 lux, which is pretty powerful for such a tiny LED light like this. I honestly can't believe I've gotten this far into the video without talking about the built-in lighting effects. This light comes with 10 built-in effects. I currently have it set to disco because I was using this effect for a scene in my feature film project, but you can also set it to a fireworks setting, which is very nice. A hue loop, which just cycles through all the hues, hue flash, hue pulse, which are similar but have a different rate of change. Let's see what else we got. Police car, which is kind of classic. CCT pulse, CCT flash, CCT loop. We've got a strobe effect, lightning. We have a TV effect, a bad bulb effect, both of which are effects that I actually use quite often. I often film myself like in front of TVs, and I find that the aesthetic of like vintage TVs are very cool, like this CRT I have back here. And so if I'm filming myself in front of it, it's very easy to set it to like TV. It kind of makes it look like the image is changing a little bit. We've also got candle, paparazzi, SOS, and so much more. So really, you can use this light to motivate all sorts of different light sources, and that's just another thing that makes this light so versatile. And on the subject of having lighting effects built into your lights, a lot of lights nowadays have them, but a lot of cheaper LEDs don't. And so I find that when it comes to lighting, we're often trying to motivate different sources of light as often as possible. It's one of the reasons why I like using an optical snoot so much, because with an optical snoot, I can use different gobo accessories to shape the light to make it look like it's coming from different sources. So like, for example, behind me, I'm using this cutout of some blinds to make it look like light's pouring in through that window, when in reality, it's not. This is just another tool that helps me achieve different motivated light sources, and this is another reason why I think the Zhiyun Fiveray M20C is such a powerful and versatile light. Now, quickly going over some of the specs of this light. This is a 20-watt RGB WW light. What this means is that there are individual RGB LEDs in addition to just pure white LEDs, and this gives you the best color rendition for whatever you're using this light for, whether it's for the RGB color effects or something more of like a traditional white or tungsten light source. The CCT range goes from 2500 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin, which is one of the most impressive CCT ranges I've seen on a LED light. Typically, you'll get something from 3200 to 6500 Kelvin, which works for most applications, but if you're going for something that's very, very warm or very, very cool, having that extra range on either side of the CCT range is very, very useful. Furthermore, the TLCI rating is 96 and the CRI rating is 94, meaning that the color quality is superb for any type of video that you might want to be shooting with it. So we've gone over why a light like this is so versatile and why I enjoy using it so much, but how does it compare to another popular light that is in this price range? So I've been using the Aputure MC lights for really years now, and they're some of my favorite video lights that I've used regularly. Just like this Zhiyun light, they have built-in magnets and different RGB color effects. However, this Zhiyun M20C light has a really impressive output considering its size. For not much more money and really about the same size, if you are not counting the modifiers being attached, you're getting a light that's literally twice as powerful. The Aputure MC comes in at 1100 lux, whereas this guy comes in at 1950, which is nearly double that of the Aputure MC. The Aputure MC comes with a rubber diffuser that you can slide on top of the LED light. However, as far as modifiers go, that's really all you're going to be getting for the Aputure MC. The Zhiyun light, however, comes with the barn door accessory, which we've talked about, the honeycomb accessory, and a little diffuser, which is, you know, all magnetic and can come apart to suit whatever needs you might have for your video and for your scene. I'm looking forward to using this light for more projects, and if you're interested in pricing and anything like that, these things are constantly changing, so be sure to check out the links in the description of this video to get the most up-to-date pricing information. I want to say that this is about $30 more on average than the Aputure MC, and honestly, I think that's an incredible deal considering the modifiers that you're getting with it, the built-in lighting effects, and just having a light that's almost twice as powerful than the Aputure MC. Lighting technology has just come such a long ways in recent years, and I'm really happy to be using this light for my current projects and future projects. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. We passed 1,000 subscribers recently, which I am just ecstatic about. I'm thinking about doing a 1,000 subscriber special video, so if you have any ideas of what you might want that to look like, be sure to leave some in the comments below. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.